Programming has a lot in common with organized religion, not only because such communities can be found almost anywhere, and their practitioners mostly read and write various scriptures, and become so devoted to their cause they give a vow of celibacy. No, it's because programming, like Christianity, has its own set of heavenly virtues. Mr. Toastmaster, dearest friends and guests, I'm a professional programmer with more than 8 years of experience, and today I'm going to tell you about the 3 virtues of a programmer. Why only 3? Well, because it's more than enough for us. We're models like that. And the first virtue, logically, is pride, arrogance. The demands of the software market are very high. The product made by the developer team should be stable, deliver its services instantly, and satisfy the needs of the end user fully. And if you consider the fact that you need to study in a university from 4 to 5 years just to be able to write the simplest program, you'll get where the arrogance of the experienced programmers comes. Pride for a programmer means being hard on those around you, below you, and most importantly, on yourself. Because the success of a given project depends solely on the quality of the code. And when it comes to quality, the standard should be nothing short of perfection. But even the programmer's pride pales in comparison with that of the quality assurance team, the testers. Those guys are scary. They have the hubris. And the second virtue is wrath, anger. So programming is a subfield of engineering. And engineering is the application of mathematics to the world around us. And mathematics is an exact science. That means that whenever a programmer makes a mistake, its consequences are visible almost immediately. And programmers make many mistakes every single day. If you consider the average complexity of the project, then programming becomes a very frustrating job, because you have to put a lot of effort in order to fix those mistakes. But wise programming gurus know how to use this frustration to their advantage. They aim this anger at themselves, allow them to be fueled by rage, and let the anger to give them energy in order to get through the all-nighters. Programmers have the advantage of not dealing with the end customer, so they can express their anger actually. Unlike the business analysts, those guys should have the angelic patience as the main virtue. And the last, but not the least virtue is sloth, laziness. So this virtue is actually shared by all engineers of every field, because as they say, laziness is an engine of progress. For programmers, it means not only being lazy, but also using sloth as your main advisor. And the main purpose of the software is automation after all. It doesn't mean just making the feature of the program clear and easy to use by the end user. It also means taking care of other programmers' sanity. Because the programming, first of all, is a team effort. The code you're writing right now could be used afterwards and developed and supported and read by a different person, maybe even on a different project. There is an old programming adage that goes, write the code thinking that it will be supported by a serial killer with an axe who knows where you live. What does this mean? It's already bloody difficult to read the code as it is. And the programmer should strive to make his code as clear, as concise, and as efficient as it is humanly possible. The commands written in a programming language should resemble the text written in an actual human language. There's also another saying that goes, any idiot with half a brain can write code that a computer could understand. It takes real skill to write code that a human being could understand. Dear friends, I hope that getting familiar with the 3 virtues of a programmer will help you to understand our work better. I also hope that in the future, my colleagues will get fewer of those annoying questions like, what are you even doing at your work? They might be wroth enough to take offense at that, but they won't act on their anger. Not because they're slothful, but because they're too prideful to resort to violence. They also have those axe murderers to deal with first. Back to Mr. Toastmaster.